Hey guys, welcome back to Fresh Take. I'm Rowan, and in this week's episode we're looking at Pommes Anna. This is my first potato video and it will not be my last. Potatoes are so versatile and I absolutely love cooking with them. This is going to take about 2 hours and then we're going to set it and press it overnight, so allow a bit of extra time for that. Let's jump straight in. So we're going to start off with about 3 to 5 potatoes. Maris Piper or Russet is ideal for this. We've got 250 grams of unsalted butter diced up there. We're going to season this with a bit of thyme, a bit of rosemary, and then between the layers we're going to be putting parma ham or prosciutto through this. It's just going to give it that fresh take that we love. And that's all you're going to need for the Pommes Annas. It's a really simple dish. So we're going to start off by peeling the potatoes. I say Maris Piper or Russet for this because they're quite starchy and they're going to help the potato stick together when you press it. Bit of camera magic. So I'm going to be using a mandolin for this, which is kind of a staple tool in most professional kitchens. Likelihood you don't have one of these, so either use a knife and cut it really thin if you've got good knife skills, or just use a peeler and just start at one end and peel your way through so you've got nice thin slices of potato. All my potatoes cut really thin. Boom. I'm just going to put them to one side. So in a small pan we've just heated up our butter until it's melted and bubbling away. Going to take our potatoes and we're just going to completely coat them in this butter. I would say get your hands in there and mix it about, but it's going to be hot butter, so just get a spoon. You want every slice of potato to be covered in butter. Working quickly because the butter will start to cool down on you, and once it's set it makes it a lot harder to build this. We've got our loaf tin I'm using here, just lined it with greaseproof paper. You can do this in any tray, roasting tin, casserole dish. The idea is just to line it with potato. We're going to do one thin layer, we're going to season it with salt, a bit of ground black pepper, our rosemary, just going to strip it off the sprig. Beautiful aromatic flavour going through it. And then we're going to do the same with the thyme. For those of you who are really into your ASMR, I'm going to release the full 10-minute clip of me building this as a little added bonus for this week. And then the magic, the parma ham. Just going to do 2 slices a layer so it runs all the way through your Pommes Anna. And then we're going to repeat. So do this all the way to the top, every layer, putting a bit of parma ham down, seasoning it, rosemary, thyme, you name it. The more layers you put into this, the sexier it will come out. 12 hours later, no, not really, about 15 minutes. Love has been put into it. Every layer's got a parma ham in it. When you do a cross section, you'll see those beautiful layers going through. I think I ended up doing about 6 layers in total in this. So we're just going to wrap it using the excess greaseproof here to cover, and then we're just going to put it in the oven 170 degrees for about 45 minutes. It'll come out looking golden. When we stick a knife in it, it'll be soft all the way through. Stunning. If you've got a bit of resistance on the knife and the potato's not cooked, wrap it up, put it back in the oven. There's nothing worse than cutting into the Pommes Anna once it's set and you've got grey, undercooked potatoes. So magically I found this perfect bit of wood to press this with. If you don't have this, find another tin that fits perfectly over the top. Just going to press it down. And we're just going to put this in the fridge with something heavy on the top overnight, or for at least 5 hours. So you're probably thinking, what are you having this with? Well, you could have it with a nice bit of beef, steak, pork. But here we're going to do it with a Mornay sauce, seasoned up with loads of whole grain mustard and a really nice mature cheddar. So for that, we're going to need 20 grams of unsalted butter, 20 grams of plain flour, and 200 ml of milk. We're following a 1:1:10 ratio. Then we're going to hit it up with 40 grams of a really nice mature cheddar. I've got a double barrel Lincolnshire poacher here from Lincolnshire. It's been aged for 24 months. We've got a teaspoon of whole grain mustard, and then we've got a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, which is a crime to be missing from any Mornay sauce. So I've been through the method for a bechamel sauce before. We're just going to add our butter to a small saucepan, melt that down, add our flour, making your roux. Just going to whisk this in until smooth, cook it out slightly on the stove, and then we're going to add our milk gradually. You can see this in full in the cheese and onion croquette video. Then we're going to add in our grated mature cheddar, make it lovely and cheesy, our teaspoon of whole grain mustard, and a couple of splashes of that Worcestershire sauce. A few grams of black pepper, good pinch of Maldon sea salt, and we're going to whisk it all together. And we're just going to put that to one side while we portion the Pommes Anna. So here we have it, been pressing overnight. Take off the press, unwrap it. You might struggle to get it out like I have. No worries, I'm going to do a magic trick here and flip it. Get your trusty blowtorch. All you're doing is melting the butter down to release it. Give it the magic tap, and beautiful. So we're going to take out the parchment. As you can see, it's pretty solid, all that butter holding it in place, and the starch from the potatoes. Go for that beautiful cross-section shot. Oh yes. Look at that. If I was cheesy enough to do a heart filter right now, I would do it. So we're going to take 2 slices of this for now. About a finger's width. Put the rest of it aside for a cheeky midnight snack. 2 beautiful portions. Clean your board. Magic. We've got a hot frying pan. Just going to add a teaspoon of oil to it. Coat the bottom of the pan, and we're going to fry these off. Get them crispy and golden. For about 3 minutes on each side. Be nicely heated through in the middle. They shouldn't fall apart on you. The starch in the potatoes is going to hold them together. That's why you wanted a starchy potato. We're going to take our bowl. We're going to take our Mornay sauce. We're going to spoon it into the middle. Yes, I will be licking that spoon. I'm going to blowtorch it to gratinate that sauce. Place the Pommes Anna on. I'm not going to lie, that is it. It could not be simpler. Stunning. Crispy potato, buttery, salty from the parma ham, the aromatics of the rosemary, the cheesy sauce with the whole grain mustard running through it. It's a thing of absolute beauty. Cheers for watching, guys, and like always, the recipe for this video is seen below in the description, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at rumandrolo for more content, and like, comment, share and subscribe to these videos. Catch you next time. This has been Fresh Take.